All right, Virtual Loyalty is going to gain Rebound with Ojer Pak. Here we go. It's got Rebound, baby. Here we go. Rebound, Ardenvale Fealty, and I'm just going to go for it. We just get a free Virtual Loyalty. Here we go. Wow. Okay, there we go. Ladies and gentlemen, mages, welcome back to another episode of Mana Man, and today's juicer is going to be Pakpatiq Dragon. So this one's a really interesting one, as you can tell. So I'm going to go ahead and revisit this thing. Ojer Pakpatiq, DPS Epoch. If that's not how you say it, I apologize. I tried my best. God, whenever you cast an instant spell from your hand, it gains Rebound. Now, obviously, when you gain Rebound, you're going to go in for, like, we've seen this before in times past. It's been a while, but if you use the instant next turn when it has Rebound, you can cast either side for free. Literally for free. You don't have to pay either the other side, which is really, really good for, obviously, Horned Loch-Whale, Grabby Giant, Virtue of Courage, and Virtue of Loyalty, because you're going to get the bigger one for free. So typically you go in for Ojer Pakpatiq, and then you want to maybe do a little bit of protection, but even if you don't, it's okay, because when it dies, return to the battlefield tapped and transformed. So you also get a land, and getting a land in general is pretty nice, but then whenever you tap this, it's not it just happens. You just tap it for blue, you're going to remove a time counter from this land, and then for 3 and tap, you can transform it. It has to be as a sorcery, so it's really slow-winded and kind of clunky, but it is pretty cool because it can just come back, and then the fun starts all over again. So special shout out to Heartflame Duelist. I didn't include you into the adventure times, but that's enough of the adventure stuff. I want to show off, obviously, the Marang River Regent, because this also works with the omens. So draw 3 cards and then discard a card. If you have Ojer Pakpatiq, then you can obviously use this now. When I first saw this, I was like, oh man, maybe we should use all the omens. Unfortunately, it's only instances, it's not sorceries, and most of the dragons are sorceries rather than instances. So this is really the only one that really works. So other than that, we're just going to run it like a Jeskai control shell. You could probably run Shiko if you're really trying to make a more competitive deck. I think this is competitive, don't get me wrong, but it's, it can hang in there at least. I'm not saying it's tier 1 or anything, but to run Shiko, I'm not running Shiko. I don't know, Zurgo and Ojutai. We're just going to be a little bit more fun. I think the Shiko stuff, I'll probably have a deck of that some sort. That seems to be a little bit more stereotypical control. I want to kind of mix it up and just be a little bit more fun on this one, but definitely could run Shiko. I just want to give Virtue of Courage and the Virtue of Loyalty their shine in the deeper end here. So you'll notice I am running 2 Rest in Peace Una decks, Roots decks, VV decks. I mean, they're just everywhere. So I'm just actually main decking 2 Rest in Peace. And I actually have 2 in the sideboard as well, because they're just literally everywhere. I'm just so tired of dealing with them. So I am just going to be running some. I feel like there's a graveyard is very, very a graveyard meta right now. So I don't know. Do this at your own peril. I have absolutely no idea. But other than that, it's just a pretty Jeskai control-y type of deck here. We do have Quintorius. Obviously, Quintorius is really good because you can discover and deal 2 damage. Do that stuff from exile, which is also very nice because you're going to do that every single time you cast a spell from exile. So Quintorius and Ojer Pakpatiq is just a pair made in heaven. So let's go and give a quick shout out to the Mana Rocks. The Mana Rocks are the patrons and the YouTube channel members and the Twitch subs that do help out the channel financially, which means the absolute world to me. So there is no Mana Man without the Mana Rocks, and they are the backbone of this channel and the true hero. So all corny puns aside, just keep in mind that only you can help protect the ether with me, so make sure to leave a like on the video. The button looks just like this. Without further ado, let's get ready to vanquish some enemies. Alright, it's a little bit on the slower end, but I think we can rock with it. As weird as it is, I do think it is kind of necessary to go for starting town, even though we do have a bazillion different dual lands. Still occasionally I can't play my cards on turn 2, like these virtues or whatnot, and that's typically not very good. In the deck I sent, let's go for Thundering Falls. The Ojer is pretty damn good. That's the point of the deck here. So even though I'm probably the most optimal moves to kind of get rid of it, I think it's okay. We'll just rock with it for now. We need to make content. That's a content move right there, but don't tell anyone. Dredger's Insight, yeah. You know what? I'm gonna start main decking 2 Rest in Peace. I'm doing it. After this match, we're gonna main deck 2 Rest in Peace. It's just time. It's just time. We need to punish them all. So, not too bad here. We do at least have access to 4 lands here. Dredger's Insight. So they go for Yuna, obviously. Yuna, actually they don't have anything to grab, which is absolutely phenomenal for us. Torch Tower, everything feels, you know, within check at the moment. I think we are just gonna, man, you know, we could drop this, but the second that we do this and they don't have any sort of answer for this, Ojer, Pakpatiq, Deepest, Epoch. That's my best pronunciation job. I think I got myself a solid C- on it. Get Lost, I don't mind. Get Lost is fine. We can rock with the Get Lost, because my god is going to come back. So do we go for Quintorius or the Zurgo? Probably just... I think Quintorius is a little bit more annoying, but Zurgo kind of pushes the pace a little bit. I don't know. Let's just drop the Quintorius. I think Quintorius is a pretty fun move here. And because they don't have anything to create... Oh, they do have...
Another exciting expedition.
This is a pretty exciting expedition, I'll give you that. 2 torches. I don't want to see a torch for sure. So I think if they have Get Lost is more likely, because that's the thing we haven't seen lately. But now we got a free stock up and get the ping them here. Looking pretty good. Let's see what we got here. I definitely like the counter magic. I kind of like just the burn in general. So I think we'll take counters. Probably just another land, to be honest with you. Yeah, sure. Alright, I think we'll rock with this. Flood Maw, I imagine, can be pretty solid versus Yuna. If they get too crazy, we can kind of bank on that. If they have Torch, I'll feel... Okay, so see, Get Lost, they would be better that we did that. So we can actually feel pretty good about that. Scot-free. Let's go for Zurgo and Ojutai, and I'm probably just going to snag a land here, honestly. An untapped land, hopefully. Zurgo and Ojutai. There we go, untapped land. And now we can hold this Dispelling Exhale, and it's looking great. I've actually noticed that most of the time, I actually don't bounce the Zurgo and Ojutai. Just kind of something I kind of noted there. I usually just prefer to have them chill on the battlefield. Obviously, this Cavern of Souls is horrible. So they actually called human for this. Well, that was a mistake. I guess we'll hold our lovely Zurgo and Ojutai. Yeah, that was definitely... I see why they want to, you know, set up for like a Yuna, but not good. So we know that Yuna is coming out now. Let's swing in here. Just take a little bit of a break here. Maybe we should have gone for a map token because we do have burn as well. I can't counter, so the counter's off the table. So I think we go for Quintorius. I think we can maybe just... Now that I know that they have a Yuna and they're going to go in for the Overlord, I think that we do bounce it back to our hand. Get a little bit weird here. Quintorius. Let's try to burn you a little bit. Grabby Giant, sure. But now we get to do this for free. Reach. Weird is good. I agree. Weird is good. Let's get a little weird in here. I'm like the Plankton meme. I was like, I don't know. I didn't think I'd get this far. Like, Day of Judgment's, I guess it's okay here. But now that we have the Into the Flood Maw, I think we're looking pretty good here. So we can transform this land as a sorcery. Pretty long-winded, but it's pretty cool that we can just kind of do it in general. FOMO. Why? Oh, they don't have another land, I'm assuming. Okay. I guess we just let you have it. I don't know. I mean, they're pretty much cooked here. Summon. Dredger's Insight. Sure. They gotta know that they're just like done here, right? Unless I'm missing something. They're gonna gain a lot of life here, but we just have the Zurgo, and then we can just hit you for Quintorius. So I'm not really sure what the plan is here. Alright. Into the Flood Maw. Into the flood again. Same old something back then. Oh yeah, that was easy breezy, beautiful cover girl. Alright, so don't hit any of our graveyard stuff. Pretty meh in that regard. This is just pretty meh, right? Like, can we just take an aggressive mulligan here? I'm going to do it. I don't know if it's the smart thing to do, but get a little bit punished there. That's all right. Probably get rid of the Mirrex. I don't think I can't imagine the Mirrex is very relevant. What's your favorite? What do you listen to, Sav? I mean, I'm just kind of a rock guy, but match against Otters was nice. Congrats on the lucky bit. Yeah, I did hit that. The first match I had on stream, Matt, was so bad a variance. I was actually like so tilted. Let's keep that. It made me so sad, Matt. Alright, Dredger's inside. I actually wonder if they'll actually put it back into their hand. I imagine they would, but they might get greedy and just say no. And just keep it in the graveyard for Yuna. Which I really hope they do that, honestly. So they actually take a land instead, which is absolutely fine with me, because I'm just going to rest in peace. Now, I imagine it's not going to be that easy. Yeah, they can gain 1 life here. I don't think this is going to be that easy. I would imagine they have some sort of enchantment removal. I would imagine, but we'll see. Hopefully they don't, and I make their life a living hell. That's the goal. Rock and metal from 50s? What is 50s? I mean, I guess what's the 50s? Elvis? Elvis Presley? Alright, let's go for Verge. I could go for the Archive. I think we'll set up just a stock up here. Let's not get cute. Snag a little bit more lands. At least this, and then I think the Day of Judgment seems appropriate. Okay, let's try that out. Bans are necessary. They mostly interact with standard. Timeless Historic. Yeah, Timeless and Historic is too scary for me, Matt. I like the slower stuff, which is why I like the band so much. Just because it slowed down standard dramatically, but yeah, I hear you on that one. Esper Regent, as long as they can't use their graveyard, I don't really care that much. 90s and 2000s rap, hell yeah. You know what? I think we just slammed down the Ojer Pakpatiq. They have no pressure, realistically, on us. Now, I understand, obviously, it's a little unfortunate because our god is, you know, not looking so godly if he gets exiled when he dies. So maybe we actually pivot away from the Ojer here, which is a little unfortunate because it's so fun. Come to think of it, I don't really have anything too crazy in my hand to really abuse our lovely deepest Epoch. What'd you have for Din Din there, Arconi? Yeah, that's not great. Obviously, if we go in for cease and desist, we're looking pretty good. So they're just kind of looking to burn me. I mean, pretty annoying and pretty rude, to be honest with you. I think we're just going to Flood Maw here so that I can set up a Quintorius play the next turn. That feels pretty good. Quintorius. Love Quintorius. Corn cob and chicken and some salad. Hell yeah. That's what we like about. MB RIP is a good meta call? What's... Hold on. I'm definitely dumb, but I'm just trying to think what that is. Let's put that in our hand here. Let's not cast that. Even though we would get the life gain from it. Don't think it's really going to be worth it. Buddy Holly, the Temptations Forest Seasons, hell yeah. So they go for the Get Lost. That is a little more concerning, but at least we bought time for the Day of Judgment and the Cease and Desist. But yeah, obviously this is never like to see this. Alright, gotta worry about the Overlord coming out to play eventually. Of course, we have our lovely Ghost Vacuum. Now, Ghost Vacuum doesn't hinder the Ojer nearly as much, so that's nice. But we don't really get... to like interact with the board nearly as well this way, but it's okay, I guess. If they go for this, that's pretty bad. So they get a token that's a copy of non-legendary enchantment you control. So obviously just like another Overlord. So as gross as this is, I might just have to Day of Judgment this. Feels awful, but like... That's quite significant. So I think we just rock a Day of Judgment because we have a free one to rock anyway. The deck today is going to be an Ojer Pakpatiq. We're just trying to use this with the new Marang River Regent and the adventure cards in general. That's what we're rocking today. Medium success, I'd say. Nothing too crazy. The first game was, we got the combo one time. And then we went into this deep hell match, got the opponent down to 1 life. It was a control deck. I couldn't find a Lightning Helix or a Virtue, and we lost. And it was pretty brutal. Okay, go for Esper Origins, sure. Yeah, they don't call it, what, Platinum Hell, Diamond Hell, or whatever the hell. Well, I actually don't even know. So they're going for this, right? Can I just, like, can I just exile this thing in response, or am I crazy? Did I miss my window? I think I just missed my window, huh? Yeah, I think I just missed my window, because they can only do this thing as a sorcery, so I suppose I just missed my window, which is nice. Unfortunate, but such is life. Well, what the hell is this? What is this? Oh, this is just that. Yeah, okay. I forgot what her name is, but that's okay. Alright, so I missed my window there. Absolutely terrible on my end. Don't be like me, ladies and gentle mages. I guess we'll just get rid of the Yuna. I don't care too much here. We'll give them the 1 life there. The Staff of Completion. Yeah, I'm really excited to show that one off there, Arconi. That one was so cool. Really excited to get that one off. Alright, so... I mean, we can just go in for the Ojer Pakpatiq and then just go in for Virtue of Courage. That's kind of the point of the deck, right? So I guess we'll just keep you around. I do have to tap out for this, which is kind of gross, but like we do have the Cease and Desist. So let's just do what we came here for. Ojer Pakpatiq. And we're just going to hit you for the Virtue of Courage right on the face here. And then we get Rebound with the Virtue of Courage. Okay. I guess we can probably swing in here. It's a little greedy, but I do have the Day of Judgment on the back end here, so do your thing. Letting the summon thing go, we missed our window. I should have Ghost Vacuumed when I had the chance, but I didn't, and I don't want to talk about it. Sab, you're always welcome back. Alright, so they're just going to kill the Ghost Vacuum, I would presume, which is not the end of the world. Sure. Let's be as annoying as we can. So what do we take here? Terra, there's really no enchantments other than, I guess, just you. Would just be the thing that we take here. We are going to get this thing back, which is pretty hilarious. This Embereth Blaze, which can be pretty cool. Alright, Yuna is annoying, obviously. So they don't have a... Even if they did have an enchantment here, not really the end of the world, because obviously we are just going to Day of Judgment. But now that they have this kind of going on, I would rather go for Day of Judgment rather than anything else. Does this have Trample? It does. So let's all out block just because obviously we're just going to Day of Judgment anyway. Yeah, we'll all block here. So I'm going to have to Day of Judgment instead of going in for Desist anyway. Just because obviously the Yuna is not a whatchamacallit. Alright, here we go. We got this Rebound. Pretty insanely cool. Let's do this. Now, whenever it deals non-combat damage, so Virtue of Courage, we got a free Virtue of Courage. And then Quintorius gets a pop ya. Pretty cool. Does Yuna work with Omni? Who's Omni? Am I wait. Who's Omni? Am I crazy? Omnimon? That's a Digimon. I remember him. Oh, Omniscience. Duh. Wow, that was pretty bad. I don't know why. Hey, that's embarrassing. I couldn't get that one, but either way, let me see what I want to do here. I don't think there's anything, you know, don't have to get too crazy here. We could go for Cease and Desist, but that kills our own Courage, and I'd rather just clear the board anyway, so let's do this. They might let this go if I top deck into not a land, which of course I do. Don't think there's a whole lot going on here. We're just going to swing in and hopefully snag something off the top. Because right now we're looking a little bit meh. I'm hoping they get a little bit gun shy here, which they do not. Okay, we don't get the lifelink. I probably wouldn't even have tried to do that without the lifelink aspect here. But I think we just Day of Judgment here. Nothing too fancy. Day of Judgment. Coast. This, and then next turn we can maybe be able to discover again with Quintorius. We'll see. FOMO. FOMO. How bad is FOMO for us? It's not the end of the world, but not the beginning of it either. But yeah, I haven't really tried out, you know, I haven't really even seen Yuna with Omniscience. I think because it's at your end step, they typically don't want to do that. Get Lost is absolutely horrible. I don't think they typically want to do that. I think you're better off just like, it's like a strictly worse version, I think. I've never played with it, so I don't know, but I think it's a strictly worse version, so. Alright. See if we can snag some not lands here. And of course we got more lands. Maybe I need to cut some lands here. I think cutting some lands might be the next move. Can't tell if it's just bad RNG or just like apocalyptically bad. Let's at least make use of this before we even decide to go for cease and desist. The river region is exactly what we need. River rats. Here is the dilemma here. I think we have to just like, I think we have to just desist here. This resets the board. Obviously, if they top deck a Yuna, we just cry, but I don't know, maybe not. How much damage are they doing here? Essentially 8 damage. If it's limited by CMC. No, I don't think so. I don't think Yuna limits CMC at all, actually. It's just target enchantment. Man, I'm gonna be a little bit greedy here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can't go for that. Alright, we're not gonna be greedy here. We're gonna take a very slow approach. Slow approach to this. We're gonna go for a desist. We're just gonna destroy everything. We're gonna lose out on our Virtue of Courage, but I think I just have to do that, right? If they top deck into a Yuna, I'm just going to face palm and cry. Alright. When building or choosing a deck to play, what do you priorities look for? Just fun. Honestly, just fun. My decks are good enough to compete, but they're not meta. So, like, just whatever I think is something that people in general have not seen in a long time. Or is interesting. That's essentially it, because my decks are not, you know, not all. Some of them lean more in like the meta side, but typically it's just something kind of crazy that you've never seen before, or haven't seen in a long time. All right, so here comes the summon. We got a Joshua, which I do not appreciate. I don't even really know if I want to go in for the River Regent. The problem, you can't even transform the Ojer yet, which is kind of gross and annoying. I wonder if they want to attack me or not. This is pretty slow. Alright, so, man, oof. I don't want to bounce back the Esper Origins to their hand. That doesn't really bode well for us, I don't believe. So maybe it's just time to, like, rip this and then see if we have an answer. I'm going to be a little aggressive here in attack. Mello Danino, I appreciate you. Thank you for the follow. I actually don't really mind this that much. I mean, they don't get it back, so whatever. And I don't think I really want to drop this either. God, it's close. It's so close. Do we drop the River Regents? I think we want to wait. I think we want to wait here. Let's just end the turn. Hopefully, I just don't see a Yuna. We can probably deal with the Josh here. So what I want to do is go in for the deepest Epoch or whatever the heck. So let's do this. Temple of Cyclical Time. Let's bounce this. And then next turn, we're going to transform it. And then we're going to get the River Regent here. So, all right. Temple of Cyclical Time. Transform. And our lovely Ojer is going to come back. And now we can go in for the River Regent. But the only problem is we're going to let this Joshua resolve. That's kind of gross. But I think this is still the best move here. So it's pretty close. I'm going to go in for Coil and Catch. And now with Ojer, we're going to get Rebound. So we're going to get this for absolutely free. Of course, we have too much lands, but that's beside the point. And get rid of you. So now we get this back for free. Pretty sick. I think we're going to do this. Now we go for Mirix. Grabby Giant, create a treasure token, and again, Rebound. Now we're going to get a Grabby Giant for free next turn. Okay, I think that was pretty decent. Hopefully it's enough. Hey, it's Matt. Delay, main board. Main board, yeah, I think so. I think we're going to have to start main boarding Rest in Peace, because the meta is so graveyard heavy. It's crazy. I think main board Rest in Peace is the move. Exercise Exiles. That's not a problem, though, because we're going to be able to get these for free. We do not care. Let's go. Grabby Giant. And, of course, this is all for free, baby. Courtesy of Ojer Pakpatiq. And, you know, we can actually rip another draw thing again, but I think we're just going to bounce this back to the hand. So let's bounce you back to the hand. And you're going to go back to little Joshua. Hate to be so demeaning, Joshua. Sorry. Okay, now we're looking pretty damn good here. Grabby Giant can grab us some resources here. Let's just hit... I guess we can kind of wait for this now. There's really no need to get too hasty here. I'm going to sacrifice a land. I'm going to do it. Grabby Giant, we're just going to sacrifice this land. See if I can snag something here. And it's a Jace. We love the Jace. Jace the Perfected Mind. I don't really want to mill you. I want to draw.
I'll take note of all your fair.
God, we honestly might even... Hold on, we might just be able to win next turn. Honestly, you got 20 life left, so like... Pretty good, right? Do I want to draw, or do I... Hold on, I think I just got you with Jace alone, so I guess I'll just plus this. And we'll just chill. Pretty sick, though. Grabby Giant for free and a Marang River Regent. Feels pretty good. I don't have any sort of... Oh, you dirty dog. You dirty dog. All right, we're going to have to do this the old-fashioned way. And Joshua actually cannot get killed by the Heartflame Duelist, so... All right. At least I don't get to draw anything, which is nice. So let's go ahead and hit you. Hit me, baby, one more time. As soon as you main board Yard Hate, you're just gonna go against mono white control. I know, that's exactly how it goes. Mellow, that's exactly how it goes. Okay, so we're not out of this yet. I think we just stock up here, see if we can just get rid of this Joshua. Finally got a Rest in Peace, which is beautiful. Maybe we go for Quintorius. I mean, it's gotta be Rest in Peace and Quintorius, right? That seems pretty obvious. I almost just want to drop a Rest in Peace. Just that takes away the opportunity that they could possibly have for a whatchamacallit. Like a Yuna, like a top deck Yuna would just be absolutely nasty. This doesn't feel too bad for us. So, Rest in Peace. Of course, you love to see it. Get out of here. Yuna. Could set up a Quintorius into the Heartflame Duelist for a little extra damage, but I don't think it really matters a whole lot here. So, let's go out for the Flame Swordsman. If you remember Yu-Gi-Oh, this is literally the Flame Swordsman. Shout out to my Yu-Gi-Oh friends out there. Another Regent seems pretty phenomenal. I guess we'll just kind of do this. Sure. Alright, we've gotten all the value. Even though our Ojer Pak is not here to see his lovely creation, we're still looking pretty good here. Take your draw. Still not out of this yet. Not out of this yet. I guess Joshua can become the Phoenix. Something. Proliferation for sagas, yeah, for sure. I don't know. At least you definitely could, but let's go ahead. Pak is not here, but let's go in for the Marang River Regent. We're going to go ahead and bounce you. And we're going to clear the path here for the Flame Swordsman. And friends, here it is. GG's. Yuna taking out the trash. Seems good to me. I got all these Surveil lands, but we're a slower type of like mid-rangey deck. We do have a little bit of control going on, but let's set this up first and then see if we want to go in for one of these virtues. Grabby's pretty good. Yeah, if they don't have anything to like counter or anything like that, we can just kind of like speed race. Let's try this out. May want to speed race here. If this is a Dimir, might get a little scary. I think I'm going to do this while we have the chance. So I'm just going to Virtual Courage while they're tapped out. Don't have to worry about a turn 3 Kaito or them untapping or anything like that. Dragon God deck with no Nicol Bolas. Nicol Bolas? I wish he was in Standard. Let's try this. See if we can get an untapped land here. Might get a little weird with this tap land. It's really hard to go with, oh, there we go. Asking you shall receive. It is a little difficult to have all this tap lands. They don't do anything for turn 3, which is pretty wild, which tells me they probably have some sort of like flashy creature. I guess we'll just go for... I guess we can just go for Grabby Giant. Let's see what they do here. Let's see if they flinch. The Virtual Loyalty is probably a little bit better longer into the game. I don't know if we need to bust this treasure. I kind of like going in for the falls here. I can't imagine they don't have some sort of, you know, Drowner or something. If they do have another Drowner... Let's not get cute here. I'm just going to try and go in for the Ojer probably, depending on what we draw here. Horned Loch-Whale's good. Horned Loch-Whale, we do like that with Pak. I just never really like tapping out versus this deck, so... What's the alternative? Going in for Virtue of Loyalty if they flash something in? Let's just play a long, grindy game. I think we got a better top end than they do, so we'll see. Yeah, I was kind of afraid of that. So let's go at least do this while they're tapped out, and then we at least have a chump blocker here. Punished for being too conservative there, for sure. At least we do have a Horned Loch-Whale. So let's see if they do have a counterspell now. But now drawing into this, like, we just have to get rid of this. Or this is just, like, this is just not going to work. Curiosity on curve is just too scary. So let's try this out, and then we go for Ojer, and then we do have Horned Loch-Whale. I don't think this is going to resolve, but if it does, we can at least non-destroy, get rid of Enduring Curiosity via Horned Loch-Whale, which feels like a far cry from being able to actually resolve. Nicol Bolas will be in standard at some point again, Sab, for sure. It's just a matter of time. Alright, so we're kind of just clinging onto a Horned Loch-Whale here. There's no other way around it. This thing cannot just stick around. So if they have a counter spell here, they probably just gonna have us on lockdown, but we'll play this out. Oh wow, they're just gonna go in for Restless Reef. Alright, that kind of helps us out though. Sure, they're kind of tapped out, so we just do this now. Yeah, gonna have to get rid of the Curiosity just to prevent their draws. Obviously, we are going to see it again, which is unfortunate. Maybe I should have kept... I mean, that's kind of the whole point of the deck, is to keep the Ojer Pak around. We go for Zurgo, which I think is just going to be the play by default. I'm probably just going to swing and get a little greedy here, and hopefully we can find some sort of interaction with Zurgo. Do have the horn... Hey, we got the Horned Loch-Whale. Got the Horned Loch-Whale again, but the only problem with the Horned Loch-Whale is it doesn't take care of Curiosity at the moment. You know, it's probably just going to have to be a Horned Loch-Whale by default, just to kind of maintain tempo, I suppose. I'm not going to put it back. You can deal with it. And we have Horned Loch-Whale to take care of, I guess, something while they flash this in. Probably sooner than later, they made Jace Freedom and Dragonstorm. I am pretty bad with the lore, honestly. I mean, they don't have enough to go in for Curiosity here, so we're just going to have to hit them with this, I suppose. I guess. I mean, I'm down to 10 life here, so we're getting a little sweaty. But they don't have enough mana to go in for the Curiosity, so... Chase the Help Planeswalker, yeah, I don't know, it's a good question. I definitely need to do more lore. Like, I don't know the lore for a lot of the newer sets. Alright, you got a Curiosity that you can't cast, and then there's just one more mystery card here, so we're looking a little bit on the rocks here. It's not bad. Dispelling Exhale is really, really good, especially for Kitty Cat here. Yeah, I don't think we're under... Yeah, we're actually looking kind of okay. I think I may want to attack, but it's a little greedy, huh? It's a little greedy, isn't it? Maybe we say no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Team Aether on here as well. I'm not sure what that is, Mello. Should I? Oh man, this is actually kind of close here. We're definitely going to go in for the exhale, so I think we keep this around. I'm going to let you... I'm just going to hold you still, and then we're going to go for Ojer Pak. Deepest Epoch. It's my best pronunciation, but... What is Team Aether? I actually don't know what that is. Did that back in the day, but I'm not sure if they still keep up on Twitch or not. I don't even know what that is, to be honest with you. Alright, so they actually still are not able to go in for Enduring Curiosity, and I think we're just going to go ahead and take some good blocks here. Block you, and there we go. You got Death Touch, so that's fine. Okay, that's a... Okay, well, that's... Hey, you know what I mean, Sab. You know what I mean. We got enough here. No, we got Sanctuary, so we got to kind of be aware of that. Don't have to worry about anything. Let's go. Alright, let's get this. This is... Man, this is a little slow, but we'll find it with a Parlor, I guess. We'll see. You thought I was on the Aether team? I don't even know who's on the Aether team. I can tell you right now, I'm not on the Aether team. So I said I have no idea what that even is. I know what Aether Hub is for sure, but as far as the team, I'm a one-man team out here. Alright, Siren. Alright, Siren. Give me something a little cheap here. So Dispelling Exhale, we can rock with that. Now, what really sucks about this is I can't counter a Kaito if that's what they're going to do on turn 3. So I'm kind of already sweating about that one. You'll drink to that? Hey, cheers. Cheers. I'll drink to that too. Cecil, yeah, I'm getting a little nervous here. I don't even know if I'm going to have enough time to go in for a Dispelling Exhale. As much as I'd like to do that, I think I'm no joke just going to drop down a Heartflame Duelist. No, I'm not. That's dumb. That's dumb, isn't it? We're going to pay 1 for this waste, and I'm going to cry if they don't play something down for me to exhale. Turn 3 Kaito is just GG's, I think. But they don't have a Kaito. Right? They have a Kaito. Okay, we lost. Damn it. Son of a bitch. Alright. Can't counter that.
I learned something just in time to save the day.
Damn. I haven't lost on turn 3 since Mice. I guess I'm technically not dead, but pretty much. Now we can't even do 3 damage to the Kaito. I mean, the game's effectively over. Let's do what we can here. Hit the Cecil. You're gonna survive, and then we're gonna cry. Ugh. This feels pretty scoopable. I think we can pretty much just handle everything, though, except for a Kaito. A turn 3 Kaito on curve, uncounterable. It's just lights out. Pleasure chatting with you, man. Hey, appreciate you. I appreciate you for popping in there, Mello, or Matt, or... This is just over. Yeah, there's just nothing we can do. Turn 3 Kaito on the draw, or on the play. This feels solid. Solid enough, right? Can't be too bad. We got Into the Flood Maw, which probably is going to be a little bit relevant in... Not irrelevant. It will be relevant in this type of matchup because they're so low to the ground. We just got to worry about that Kaito stuff. Do you have a Lightning Helix, which is kind of nice? Do we just... I think I kind of want to go for Virtue of Loyalty. Let's set up a little bit of flexibility here. If they go for the map, I might just Flood Maw. But we'll see. I don't have to worry about a stupid Kaito right now. At least until another turn, which is nice, but good lord. Good lord, is that scary. So let's see if they got the counterspell. I think they typically just run like Phantom Interference. Just sent you the partner program info for Aether Hub. Thank you, Matt Dash. It's been a while since I've actually seen anything like that, honestly. I just hate Kaito is just so annoying because you can't interact with him. That's just the worst part. Like, there's nothing you can do. So I don't know if I'm supposed to set up for just like a Flood Maw. Just kind of bounce this. That feels awful. Let's just see if they flinch here. No flinches. Ninja. Yeah, ninja. He's a ninja. He's a ninja, alright. I actually don't mind Kaito that much. This deck, Blot Out. Blot Out is the GOAT. The absolute GOAT. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna rip the stock up here. Probably gonna get countered. If they have a counter and a Kaito, I might just scream. Okay, this is fine. We're not drawing. We're not drawing here, so this is okay. Brotherhood's Ed feels okay, honestly. Just if they do have the stupid Kaito. I'm just prepping my brain for the worst case scenario. It's probably just like another stock up. This is very expensive. Come to think it's maybe Jace could be okay if we just start -3ing stuff. Man, I don't know. We'll go for Jace, I suppose, but I don't know how. Yeah, double removal feels solid. I'm just so tired of the Kaito here. Okay, no Kaito, we're good. All right, it's coming, but at least it's not on curve. Kaito on curve is just like abominably horrific, but if we don't have to worry about it on curve, we can kind of take our time here. I don't want to say take our time, but you know what I mean. I can Lightning Helix. I gotta make sure Auto Tapper does not get cute here. Let's just swing in here. I would love for them to go for a Flood Pitch Drowner so that I can Brotherhood's End. Alright. I guess we'll archive. I don't think we need another archive, right? Alright, so now we're in kind of like a predicament mode here. We can go for Lightning Helix and then Into the Flood Maw to kind of prevent the Kaito from coming out. This Kaito's coming out. Alternatively, we can Brotherhood's End. We can't Brotherhood's End Lightning Helix next turn. So maybe we Jace here, but then if they counter, that's really bad. So wait till attack step. Yeah, I think that's definitely. I mean, nothing seems blatantly obvious here. So I kind of actually, this is actually a good question here. In terms of interaction, I'm not going to hold up the game too much longer here. We'll go ahead and end the turn. But in terms of interaction, they can't ninjutsu until I do something, correct? So they go for the Fairy Mastermind, so the double spot removal wouldn't have been the move anyway. So now that they're tapped out, I'm a little bit more incentivized to do so, but I do have the Brotherhood's End, so... Yikes. Oof. Okay. Alright, now they got too many creatures, right? God, the hexproof is so nasty. So now I can't even really... Jeez. Alright. They've got Kaito no matter what. Okay, sure. Let's try to Lightning Helix. Let's Lightning Helix you, and then we'll bounce. I guess we don't really want to bounce anything. This is so tough, man. Lightning Helix you, bounce you. Let's hold off on the Flood Maw. I don't know if they're going to stun counter this, is the question. I guess we can kind of wait.
I've seen scarier things in a bowl of noodles.
Do they stun counter me? They don't. So we can go for Brotherhood's End. So I guess I don't need to Flood Maw. Okay, unless they have a Spell Pierce, in which case I don't think we just had any shot at it anyway. So let's do this. We do get a nice little 2-for-1 here with our Brotherhood's End, because this hits Planeswalkers, which is very, very nice. Alright, we have to do this. I think we managed the best we could there. Woof. I don't know. Not comfortable there. I guess I could Flood Maw, but then they can just flash it in, I suppose. But do we want to maintain efficiency? I guess probably not. We want to go for Ojer Pakpatiq and then Flood Maw so that we get the rebound, I suppose. That is going to be the course of action here. Oh, we don't have enough blue. This deck is giving me migraines. Yo. Okay, that's my fault. Not enough blue here. Let's go for Phyrexian Mana Jace, and then we can go for Virtue of Courage. I don't... Oh, okay, well, we're going to have to do things the old-fashioned way around here, because Auto Tapper likes to be mean. Blue. Blue. Phyrexian, hold up 2 for Virtue of Courage, so we can maybe get rid of this Mastermind. I think we're literally... Man, it's kind of rough, because they could just obviously... I guess I should have done this first if I'm doing this and then drawing. So this is a hell match, man. This is like... Every single interaction just feels like you're walking on ice. So I've probably missequenced this. I already missequenced this. If I do this, then we're going to let them draw a card. If I do this, then they get to interact with this. Unless they have a Bitter Triumph, it doesn't seem like it's going to be relevant. So let's just try this out. A little bit of a missequence there. But... Do they have another one here? If they have a third one in their top 12, I think that's just not great. If they have flashed another one here, I'm going to cry. Please don't flash in another one. I will literally cry. They'll get the draw and then... Okay, that's better. It's not as good. It's not, you know, the end of the world here. So we have the Flood Maw. Okay, whew. This is a hell match. Holy Moses. Usually you gotta sweat every single turn, but we're sweating every interaction. But these are fun. These are fun. Edict is just so sad, but it's okay. Alright, Pak. What's the play now? Drowner. I think we just slam down the Pak, right? I mean, they go Drowner. Yeah, we got. I mean, we can't just like let this go through with nothing behind, with 9 life left. So I think we just slam down Pak. Gosh, bouncing the Drowner feels horrible though. If we go for a Virtue of Loyalty, oh man, do we have enough time for that? They're gonna slam this down. If we do this, we can untap their... But they have a stun counter, so that doesn't really work either. Shoot, man. This is tough. I'm gonna take a little bit more information here. We're not gonna go in for... We're not going in for the Regent. 1, 2, 3, 4. But now I kind of... Whoa, now this changes everything. Now I might want to go for the Regent because now I know I have a counter spell on top. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I guess that's the play. We don't have enough time to go in for this Pak stuff. So they just commit to it. Let's try it. Draw 3 cards. Discard anything, and then we're just gonna get rid of the Exhale. Man, this is pretty good, the Heartflame Duelist with the Pak, but I have to Exhale because we've already committed to that play. Quintorius Kand is pretty good, but it's pretty bulky as well. I think you're just the odd man out. Dispelling Exhale. No behold. Game continues. Oof. Don't care if they kill this, but I do care if they counter. If they counter, that's pretty awful, but most of the time they don't run 3 steps ahead. This deck typically only runs, whatchamacallit, Phantom Interference, and now we can Heartflame Duelist and grab the rebound. Honestly, I might just want to go for Virtue of Loyalty, but we'll see. But now that it's resolved, now we get to rebound something, which is obviously very nice. Go for the throat. Sure. Now I'm not, because now we have to think about if they have another flash creature, do I want to use this? So let's not use the Heartflame Duelist, I suppose. Maybe Virtue of Loyalty? So we have to do whatever we're doing now. This is to rebound though. Let's just rebound this. If they flash in another Drowner or something, we still have 9 life, so it's not like the end of the world. If they go for Kaito, we can't double Heartflame now. Oh, the binder. That's another thing. Yep, that's another thing too. A binder is just going to counter that right away. All right, we can do this. I think we just man, we're gonna have to what? Just I think we're just gonna have to hit the binder, just because we have 6 life left in general. We get this for free. Restless Reef is scary. Do we just go Heartflame Duelist, hold up Virtue of Loyalty? Because we're going to need some bodies out in the battlefield here. And the River region's just not it at the moment. We also could go for Virtue of Loyalty here. If this is a Drowner, then we're dead, though. I don't know, it feels... If this is a Drowner, we lose. If I tap out and this is a Drowner, we lose, and that feels awful. I don't know if we really have to risk it. I don't know if we have to risk that. I just think we're in a relatively okay spot. I'm gonna save it just so I can get this body down. Oh, I would have cried. I would have screamed. I would have scrumped. Okay. So, sure. We're not dead yet, unless they have a top deck removal. So now we go for this. Yep, we took the more conservative approach. We do get rewarded if they just top deck into removal. A cut down or something. No, we're good there. We're good there. The problem with this Regent is it's just not really good right now, because if we go for the Regent... Oh, they swing with the Drowner. I'm a little surprised they did that, but, I mean... Yeah, let's block you. And then I'm taking 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't think they're going to have any way to animate both of them next turn. Yeah, let's do this, and we're going to need an answer or a body or something here. Grabby Giant's okay. You can slam this down to block or whatever the hell. Untap this thing to make it be able to block you. And then just go in for Grabby Giant. I mean, I don't really know what else we do here. I think this is the same difference, because if we do this, we can draw a card. I don't think it really matters. It's basically just like, if they top deck into any sort of interaction, we're just dead, which feels horrible. Create a treasure, Grabby Giant. I mean, alternatively, we do this. I don't think it's really good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Grab an untapped source. That doesn't seem good either. It's kind of risky. The only way this really hurts us is if we don't grab an untapped land. I mean, that seems greedy, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna rip this here. All right, we get the Horned Loch-Whale. That's good enough, I guess. Okay, it's good enough. All right, 2 life. Yep. I'm gonna let them swing. Well, I have to, obviously, but yep. Gotta do it. If they have a counter, we're just cooked. Okay. Live for now. Grabby Giant. Let's go ahead and create a treasure token. Flood Maw is good. We need Flood Maw. We need Flood Maw. Good lord, do we need that? Virtue? I mean, we could just slam down the whale. And then just go in for Flood Maw. How do we get the most blocks here? Grabby Giant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think this is a little bit better, right? Grabby Giant. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, it's not. It's the same thing. No matter what we do, it's fine. We'll just go for the Horned Loch-Whale. Hold up into the Flood Maw. This isn't going to do much blocking here. So we already committed to this, and then we go into the Flood Maw onto the Restless Reef. I don't have to worry about milling out or anything. This doesn't functionally do anything. So let's have them swing. Yep. Into the Flood Maw. We can pay for Phantom Interference now, too. Okay. Horned Loch-Whale, Ward 2. I think we got him. I think we got him. I think we got him. I mean, how can you pay for the Ward 2? I'm just gonna go for it. I think I guess they could send a chump blocker, right? So let's not get too crazy yet. Chump blocker. Yep. Okay. Maybe I should have gone. Yeah, maybe I got a little bit too giddy there because I could have gone for stock up. Could have gone for stock up. So and then had like a Lightning Helix or something, and then we could have sealed the game. So perhaps a little bit too jumpy on my end. I guess we just stock up here. Yeah, Lightning Helix. Yeah. So definitely could have sealed the deal there. That's okay. Lightning Helix and then a Flame Duelist. Do I have enough for that? 1, 2. Yeah, I think we do. I think we just got it now. Heartflame Duelist into a Lightning Helix. We found a way. Lightning Helix. Bang. We gain more life. Oh, man. Oh, man. Yo. Well, that's not a hand if I've ever seen one. Okay, you know what? We have a lot of Surveil lands here. I'm just going to keep it because I'm insane. Worst case scenario, we just go for Grabby Giant. I don't know. We'll keep it. We'll see what's up. Yeah, whatever. Doesn't really matter here. Let's go ahead and make use of these Surveil lands here. Let's go ahead and keep the Surveil and Judgment. I think... Oh, gosh. If we're facing a control deck here, this is going to be absolutely insanely gross. So keeping that Day of Judgment may just be the absolute worst thing possible. But I guess time shall tell. I wonder if Omniscience is still kind of floating its ugly head around here. Let's go for the Grabby Giant. I highly doubt they're going to, counter a Grabby Giant. Wouldn't make a whole lot of sense to me, but... Alright, so we're kind of caught with our pants down here a little bit. Okay, that's enough. I swear, whenever you start with a lot of lands, and you're like, I'll just surveil away the lands, they always come about. So this looks like I think it's pretty safe to say we're going to call this Control or Omniscience. In which case, we're going to need a lot of more land. We don't need a lot of that, I can promise you that. Alright, Archive, do your thing. Into the Flood Maw. It kind of hurts the Omniscience, but I think we're just going to say no and be a little more grabby with it. This is already shaping out to be definitely an L. If this is Omniscience, there's just... Well, we'll see. We'll see. Don't want to be too negative too quickly. Yeah, just, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I gotta check the land counts here, but absolutely abysmal. I think we're close to scooping if we could get one more land here. I guess Horned Loch-Whale is probably just okay by default. I want to see if this is actually true blue control. Or is this Omniscience? So it kind of will depend on how we sideboard this, but... Alright, this is a no-brainer. We're just going to have to flash in the Horned Loch-Whale, which feels a little bit weird because they do have counterspells here, so... Pass and be on our way. We're definitely... I think I might need a little bit more utility lands here. Just going to try and flash in our lovely little Horned Loch-Whale. Probably getting countered. Let's see the win condition before I pass on. Another land is insane. Oh my goodness. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10? I think we just surveilled one away too. So that's 10 out of 15 lands. Show me the win con, please. Because I need to know before I start going in for like rest in peace and whatnot. Come to think of this, this might be like a Simulacrum deck. In which case that changes things up as well too. Alright, that's a little bit late. A little bit of a... I know this is kind of boring. I do apologize. I just want to see the win condition here. Is it a Simulacrum deck, or what are we actually working with here? Because we're definitely done. There's just no... We have no way of winning this. Virtue of Loyalty, sure. I think we're just going to have to try and go for it, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we can go in for Dispelling Exhale. Highly doubt this is going to work, but we're so far behind in the count that we pretty much have no choice to do this. And we're lies, we can't exhale that. Nope, but we can go for a map token, so... Because they're running Clayfire Bricks, this would indicate that they are running Simulacrum. I think we just got, like, every single land in our deck here. Such is life. Oh! Let's get a land count here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 out of 19. Not so bad, not so bad. You know you want to show me that win con really quick, right? Please, oh please, show me that win con. Alright, this has been absolutely insane. Maybe I need to be put a little bit more like Merix or something in here. I did say I didn't test this deck out very much. I would say, is there a chance I just have like 35 land or something? Every once in a while, I will make some sort of like really weird mistake like that, and I'm thinking I did, because what is going on here with this land?
Your hope is wasted. You cannot win.
I still think this has just got to be regular control, because if they're not going for like the Clayfire Bricks, it's really confused at what's going on here. I'm just going to assume this is not Omniscience, and probably just scoop it up here. I think it's safe to say this is not Omniscience. Alright, this looks a little bit better by default. Let's go ahead and keep this. Got a lovely negate for our control mage friend. Let's go for this, because we do have red for you. Untapped red source. I think we'll just keep this for now. The likelihood that we go in for an Ojer is extraordinarily low. That's okay. I would give them the option to counter this Grabby Giant. I don't think they would, but we'll at least give them the opportunity to, because I don't really care if they do this. I really don't, yeah, I mean, like, that's fine. Don't think they're that threatened by that. So let's go ahead and just establish this Jace. Obviously a little bit risky, just because they could obviously, I guess get lost or something like that. So I'm going to just take the draw here. No secret escapes Jace's grasp. So this, yep, looking pretty control-y. Please, no. So what are they going to do? Animate the Restless Anchorage here? I guess I could do that for 2. Maybe I should have been a little bit more apt to that. Let's do this. Jace most likely will die no matter what happens here, so let's try this out. Pakpatiq is just not a control. It's more like a mid-rangey slash control type of build, so obviously this is not looking super great. If they do kill it, we do get an island, de facto island thing with a Temple of Cyclical Time. I mean, it's not too bad. Didn't do anything to the Ojer Pak, so I mean, that's completely fine with me. I'm just going to plus this just in case they get a little swirly with my Ojer. Deepest, Epoch. And now that we don't have to worry about Jace getting killed with the Restless Anchorage, that is quite good. So I'm actually just going to swing in here. We're going to have to deal damage, so... Alright, so they didn't counter or kill anything, so I think we're going to have to be a little bit more aggressive here. I mean, we could just slam down Quintorius. But I think I would rather set this up and go for Virtue of Loyalty into Negate. Jace is fine. I think we're going to keep this other Jace because we might just need to mill them out. It's kind of not the exciting thing to do, but it is the thing that we should do if we're going to just kill control. Alright, Virtual Loyalty is going to gain Rebound with Ojer. Here we go. So we're going to be able to go in for the Ardenvale Fealty for absolutely free, which is kind of the point of the Ojer Pakpatiq. So now we can just get this for free. It's got Rebound, baby. Here we go. Rebound, Ardenvale Fealty, and I'm just going to go for it. Untap. At the beginning of our end step, we just get a free Virtual Loyalty. Here we go. Here we go. Pretty sick. Wow. Okay, there we go. Well, that went a little bit too smooth last time, so maybe this will be just as smooth. I guess we can kind of hope for that. As long as we have one counterspell, obviously our lovely god is not a dragon, it's a god, but do still have some counters here to play with. I think I just want counter magic, to be honest with you. Untap land's always pretty good. It's pretty close here. I think we'll keep it, but it is, you know, relatively close. There's the Demolition Field. Let's go for the coast. Hopefully the coast will be clear by the time we get this going. I'm not even joking you. I'm not entirely opposed to Dispelling Exhale. I'm going to do this here. Let's just keep up tempo here. Because this allows them to essentially draw 2 cards. And I just don't really want to deal with you doing cool stuff. Yeah, a little bit of aggressive there. Maybe I should have pitched away the Forge. Now that I draw that extra land, now we're really starting to kind of pay for that. Which is quite unfortunate. We can handle the Demolition Field, though. This is not that big of a deal. Come to think of it, I kind of wish they did just kind of go in for the Demolition Field rather than this Deduce. Because this Deduce is going to be pretty gross. They're running 2 Demo Fields, that is nasty. Usually, yeah, I would say 2 is relatively normal. I'm just going to Lightning Helix the face here. They're not going to have anything out for me to attack unless it's going to be like Jace or something. So, Marang, River, Regent. Let's keep up the pressure. Obviously, if we just resolve. Sab, how's it going? Lovely Vag Destroyer, how you doing here? Matt Dash, good to see you. I'm going for the Pak here. We got a sick Pakpatiq scoop last turn. I mean, most likely going to get countered here, but at least they don't have whatchamacallit, no more lies, because they only have 1 blue and white source here. Even with the Get Lost, our Ojer Pakpatiq should come back eventually. So this is okay. I think this is okay. We still have the Temple of Cyclical Time. Say that 5 times fast. Marang, River, Regent. Not really the greatest thing right now, just because we can't really bounce anything. But they are going to kill this, which is wickedly unfortunate. Of course, we got these lovely lands here for the Demolition Field. You always got to make sure. I always make sure I got basics and 3-color lands, just because of this exact time. I think we'll go blue, I suppose. Don't think I'm really that pressured on colors yet. Until they start using this second one. Marang. I might just want a Virtue of Courage here. I mean, we do have to slam this down as an enchantment. So if our Pakpatiq is gone, I think we just slam this down. It's not like the greatest thing here, but they're not going to like that this exists. So if they have a counterspell, let's just go ahead and let them have it burn through. With your take on Kefka earlier, I kind of forgot what you said there. Negate is unfortunate, but it is what it is. But at least we burned through a counterspell. I mean, you got to get through them eventually at some point anyway. Let's go for the Archive here. Slamming down, I mean, Grabby Giant's not horrible, honestly. So I think we'll keep that. If I rip this, we can go in for Grabby Giant. This is okay here. The only problem with the Marang River region is, like, I kind of just want to, like, play it. Alright, let's try and resolve this now. So we're going to go for Coil and Catch. Catch. Not really the best top decks here, but we can slam down a Grabby Giant. We might need red here, whatever. So now let's just do this while they're all tapped out. I don't have a counterspell here, and I don't think it's really even necessarily worth it to even bluff it, honestly. So Another Ojer Pakpatiq. Okay, here's the thing though. If we go in for the Ojer Pakpatiq, we can go in for the Marang River Regent, and we just have to cast it. So like it's just a matter of can they counter it. All right, so this is. So we have because we have the treasure token, we can just drop this. If they're planning on killing it, we should be okay. If they counter it, well then we just cry, and then we go for Jace instead. So Ojer, Deepest Epoch, please do not counter it. If they do, it's unfortunate, but it's not the end of the world yet. That's fine. Yeah, I can't really do anything about it. But now we at least get to resolve Jace. Maybe. They're not going to want to see a Jace, I can tell you that. So now it becomes, what do we do here? I don't think we really need to drop the land in case we have to discard. So it's going to have to just be a full-blown Jace here. Jace the Perfected Mind. Let's see if you have another counterspell. I think they would have to have a negate. So Jace comes down. And what's the question here? Do we just, like, mill them? I'm not even joking you. Let's get a little bit crazy here. Let's try and mill them for... We'll go for X equals 4, right? The reason I do this is because they don't have a land, creature land here. And... I can bounce it with my own Regent. And then replay it again to mill them again. So let's go for the maximum weirdness here for X equals 4. That's sickening. That's sickening. Absolutely nasty. Perfect answer. Perfect answer, perfect time. Awful. Alright. That feels pretty imperative to winning. Damn, a Tidebinder too, huh? Let's see what we got here. We still got the Regent here. Derek, how's it going? How's it going, Derek? We've been fighting hard against Control, but I think they just got us with that Tidebinder. That Tidebinder was, oh man, just so perfect on their end here. We're gonna have to find a way to do something about this Tidebinder, but now I think we're just cooked. Maybe they have Phantom Interference. I'm not even going to try and worry about playing around the Phantom Interference. We're just going to hard cast this thing. And that's better than nothing. Just rip this. I guess maybe we should go for the Parlor before we go for the map. Yes, we are out of the luxury of time. We don't have the luxury of time anymore at all. So they see the River Regent. They're probably just going to mill me. But if they mill me, I guess I get a swing in. So... that Tidebinder was functionally the leverage point of the game, was this Tidebinder here. That just swung the game wide open, unfortunately. Yeah, so they see this card here, obviously. Oh, God, we get the other River Regent, too. Pretty brutal here. Okay, so we got the Zurgo and Ojutai. I mean, good top deck. I can't really complain here. Flat Hell, not getting out of Diamond Hell. Yeah, they're pretty hellish. I'm with you there, Derek. Alright, I think we just gotta go Zurgo and Ojutai. Hopefully they don't have a counterspell. Because they can go in for Tishana's Tidebinder, so that's kind of gross. So I'm thinking maybe we swing in with Zurgo onto Jace. Because we're not going to get this ability. It's whenever one or more dragons you control deal combat damage. So maybe I mean, I don't know if we have the luxury of time, though, to be completely honest with you. We know they're Tidebinding here. Like, we know that. So I think I have to just swing into the face. I don't think we got the luxury of time here. So they do let this go through. Zurgo goes through, and now they'll Tidebind again, which we don't have much of a choice here. I could drop down the Grabby Giant, but then if they are running a like a Sunfall or something, we're just screwed. Do they have sweepers, I guess is the question. I'm going to say no. If they have a Sunfall here or a Day of Judgment, that's game. So here it is. Any sweeper is definitely good game. That's not a sweeper. Not yet. Fingers crossed. Okay. Okay, we're still alive. Still alive. Grabby Giant can actually sacrifice lands as well, which is quite nice. Ooh, this is a sweaty. This is a sweater. I think I want a little bit more information before I do anything here, so I'm going to go for the Grabby Giant. I'm just going to grab this and just see what we got here, because this Verge is not doing anything. It's not going to help us out here at all. Unless they have another Tidebinder. Okay, so they have another Tidebinder. We don't have anything else going on here. Nothing. So I think functionally I have to use the Grabby Giant again to sacrifice one of our lands that is already tapped out so that we maintain efficiency here. And I need something pretty good here. Not a land. I need something pretty good here. Alright, Virtue's not nothing. It's not nothing. Come to think of it, I can Virtue the Tidebinder now. Okay. We might be okay here. Hold on. That's fine. You can take the Grabby Giant. But now I can Virtue this Tidebinder to free up the Zurgo and Ojutai. Let's see if they got a counter spell. Now, Zurgo, if we do this, Zurgo will be unchained from the Tidebinder and we'll be able to fly. Okay. We don't have hexproof, unfortunately. But we're just going to have to send the masses here. I mean, I guess they could chump block 2 things here. If we just get 1 damage to go through for Ojutai. Okay. We're not out of this yet. 4. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Let's see if we can snag like a Lightning Helix or something. I did not drop my land. No way. They didn't. No way. They didn't just. No. No way. No way. Yo. Yo, 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 yo. They did not get. They left. They didn't leave me a blue source. Auto tapper. That's oh, that's not okay. I can't return this to my hand, I don't believe. If they have a counter spell, we're just cooked. That's crazy work. Crazy, crazy. Alright. I guess we decline. If I have a Dispelling Exhale here, we're looking just gorgeous. Just absolutely gorgeous. Hillbilly, how's it going, man? Hillbilly, we just got screwed over by auto, like a world-class screw over by auto tapper here. Let's make the best of it. 2 life. I mean, now we can just kind of peck them away. Confounding Riddle. I'm actually going to keep this just so I can search for a Lightning Helix. We got him down to 2 life. I can't believe that we couldn't go in for a Dispelling Exhale. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Oh, we might lose on an auto tap. I mean, that's not the worst thing ever. I guess might be okay. If they're targeting the Zurgo and Ojutai instead of drawing, I guess that's their only option, right? Jace is down to 2. Or up to 2 now. Nothing to use that. I mean, they are tapped out here. Hold on, hold on. Okay, so they are tapped out here. Now we gotta take a little bit of a thing here. Whenever a source you control deals non-combat damage, so we don't really get any sort of benefit out of this. But they do get to draw. I think what we're gonna take is Zurgo and Ojutai. We're gonna attack the face, and I'm just gonna fingers crossed that we snag into a Lightning Helix. Zurgo. Bam. Fingers crossed. Lightning Helix. Quintorius. Hold on. Are we good? No, we're not good yet. I don't know if we're good yet. Hold on. Okay, we got a lot of counters. I know that. I don't, how aggressive do we want to be? That is the only question here. So if we discover for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. We still have a, so this is tough. This is tough. If we go for Quintorius, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can't go in for the Virtue of Courage. Woo! Yo. Yo, this is. I gotta set up my chair for this one. This is crazy. This is crazy, Chris. Do we want to roll the dice? I didn't take away any of my Lightning Helixes out. I think we're going to take the Quintorius. I don't even know if I really love the Confounding Riddle here. I'm going to decline this just in case they have a counterspell, which obviously does not feel great at all. So if I just had one... Oh man, if I just had one more thing here, we could go for this. Yo, if this was just an untapped land, we're good. Alternatively, we go for Confounding Riddle. I don't think we really need to roll the dice, though. We kind of, like, have them. Let's go for the Thundering Falls. If I can snag a Lightning Helix off the top here. Nope. All right. Nope. Nope. No, 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 no. Do I commit to Quintorius? If they just... Man, I don't know. They're going to draw cards with Jace. I think we're going to have to just roll the dice here. All right, Confounding Riddle. We get to look at the top 4 cards of our library. If we find a Lightning Helix, we're just gambling here. I don't think I can let them untap. I don't think I can let them untap here. Confounding Riddle. We need a burn spell. Lightning Helix. Brutal. Brutal, 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 brutal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can still hold up Dispelling Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put one of them into our hand. We go Horned Loch-Whale. Not good enough. Yo. Yo, yo, yo. Woo! I did not expect the hell match first game in. I think it's just gotta be Fountain Port, right? Quintorius. We're gonna need to find a Lightning Helix, I guess. So we're gonna be able to hit them for 2. Okay, Ojer's not bad. Ojer's not bad. Deal for 2. We still have another turn to hit a Lightning Helix, but... pain. Just absolute pain. Because they're going to draw mad cards with this Jace. If they're running just pretty much any sort of Riverpyre Monument, yeah, we lost. Man, that chaps my fucking ass. Where's my Lightning Helix? Let's see it. Let's see it here. Or, yeah, even... Oh my god, there's no way. We even had Heartflame Duelist. We have burn spells here. Or just an untapped land. Man, that is so crazy. Good game. Hey, can't be mad at them, but I mean, just absolutely wickedly, diabolically disappointing.